afternoon, guys. We are on a Nebraska Triple D adventure. Dorchester, Diller, and Deschler is where we are headed today. Going to Dorchester to pick up that other 1085 Massey tractor with the cab on it, the blown head gasket, and one other really cool Massey piece that we'll get into once it's getting loaded, hopefully. And then from there to Diller to drop off a dual PTO and 2 sets of split circle rear wheel weights for 1456. And then from there we're gonna run over to Deschler and pick up one more Massey piece and then get home. It'd be a full Nebraska run around Dorchester, Diller, and Deschler. So we're covering some territory today. Buddy of mine, the last piece is coming from a pretty good friend of mine. We've done lots of business over the years in ATVs and similar snowmobile stuff and things like that. He found something that I like pretty well. I actually used to live in Deschler for 2.5 years when I was working for Rinky Irrigation and Tech Support. So I know that area pretty well, and you know, a few friends, they know what to look for in that area. So that's what we're getting. But we're about 10 minutes out from grabbing the 1085 Massey. Another thing, we got the new trailer on today. I got the new winch installed on it yesterday, so we're gonna get to test that out today. So we'll hopefully get all that on video. And yeah, so it's already been a day. I've been on interstate and sat on interstate for an hour behind an accident caused by road construction where they tipped a truck over or something. So yeah, my day has been slowed dramatically. I'm running about an hour and a half behind currently. So just trying to put the hammer down after that and cover some territory. But we're gonna get loaded here shortly and see what happens. Well guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't take any video yesterday because I got way sidetracked. Decided I just needed to get shit done and get stuff on the trailer and get home, try to get home before dark so I could put a kid to bed. So yesterday I was running like 3 hours behind and was just a little perplexed, and so decided I would film when I got things at home and unloaded. So first things first, we picked up this other 1085 Massey. The guy said the head gasket on it is blown, or was blown, and that's kind of why they parked it. They said they repaired, had head gasket put in it twice, and then the third time they just kind of parked it and used it as a parts donor for my 1085 open station from a few videos back. If you need to go watch that to get more idea of what I'm talking about, go right ahead now. But I think he said the only real parts they robbed off of it to put on that other 1085 was the hand pump because of the steering issue that we talked about. So it actually did get put back together, he said. So, or I think it got put back together. Wait, that's an air conditioning line. Yeah, maybe they put it, I guess he said they thought they put it back together. So, you know, it's not complete, it's not missing that many parts yet. The hood's off of it and a few other things. I do have the side panels for it, and these are actually the panels for my 1085 that's at the farm. The other set go with this tractor here, or the little lower side panels. You know, this tractor really isn't too bad. You can tell it's been sitting quite a while because of all the moss and stuff on it. The thing I'm most excited about here, but it's going to need some work, is the Massey Ferguson Fender radio that's over there. I can already see it's doesn't have a speaker in it, but I mean, still would look really cool on the fender of my open station 1085. He said they were pulling spares with this thing when it popped the head gasket, so it really wasn't being worked that hard, I suppose. It is a factory AC tractor with all that going on, which is kind of cool. I really have no experience with these 5 Series Massey tractors, so it's kind of a different ball game for me. One remote tractor, they did rob the seat out of it and put it in the other tractor at one point in time. What else? It's a multi-power tractor, not just a straight 8-speed. It has 6,700 hours on it, where mine has 5,000 some, I believe. Really not that beat of a tractor. The window was broke out of it already. He thinks some little kid shot at the BB gun or something. Not a big deal. I might put that breather cover on my tractor just because I don't like the big one that's on there too well. Third link's in the cab. It's on 18434 rubber, whereas the one at the farm that's open station is 16938. Personally, I would prefer 18434, so I will probably swap that out. It still has a heavy cast center front wheels. There was a 6-bolt hub style one, but neither of these tractors had it. Like I said, one remote, 3-point, PTO, nothing too crazy wild here. Dipstick on the rear end and see what it says. It's got a little oil on it, but not a lot of oil. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not worth fixing up, really. Dipsticks here for the engine. We can pull that. Doesn't have any coolant in it by the looks of things, so maybe there's an external leak. I'm thinking maybe like right in that area. Kind of interesting. Fuel filters are way nasty. Got Goodyear Duratorque tires on it, which aren't a bad looking tire really. So I'm thinking this whole setup's going to end up on my open station because I'd rather have 18434 than the 16938 personally. Don't have a couple pieces of sheet metal out of the grill. That's okay. Do have the side panels, which are already here. We will try to open this guy up. Don't see any coolant down in there. Anything in there? Yeah, I don't know. Put that back on. Not a bad appearing tractor, just obviously had head gasket issues, which was a really common problem on this tractor. Gotta kind of decide the hood. I can't decide if the hood off of this tractor is nicer or the one I have. Don't really know yet. Kind of just gotta compare them. But I do have the hood over here with my other goodies from yesterday. It was an all Massey day, interestingly enough. This hood's pretty nice, really. I mean, some blemishes, but it's not. I think my other cab's more faded out, honestly. But the other two things we picked up yesterday are pretty darn cool too. This was sold new. It was a Manicheck. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Let me know if I'm wrong. It was a Manicheck in Dorchester, the same place as my 1085 came from. That tractor they said they bought used in Friend, Nebraska, and we'll talk about this MTA in a minute. But the guy said his dad bought this new at the dealer there in Dorchester. It's a 500 SST, which was the biggest, the baddest of the Massey models of that era. It's got a 2-cylinder 440cc J-Lo Rockwell motor in it. Pretty basic stuff, fan cooled things. I don't know. I think I can probably make it run, but we'll have to tweak on it some. I love these old vintage sleds, so this will be fun to make this run. Doesn't have very many options. No speedo, no tack. Needs a headlight, as you can see there. Should be pretty easy to source. I have a little 300 Massey that's honestly a better parts donor than anything. But pretty nice sled. Has one track that's tweaked up. You can see there, guy said he hit something, but I think from what I was reading, the tracks on my 300 are the same. Don't really know what year it is. I know you can kind of tell by how the taillights are on these. Love that Ski Whiz snow flap on the back. That's really cool. Track doesn't look too bad at all. It's a bogey style suspension, so nothing too great to ride really, but looks pretty good overall. Pretty clean little thing. Look in the pocket here. See if oh, there's the manual. Well, part of the manual down in there, and some other spark plugs and tools and stuff. That's kind of cool. Wish the mice hadn't got into it. I do have the key out of it. It's in the pickup. fuel tank. It's been in it. He said they just had it overhauled. He was riding it. Rode it for a day or two, and then it wouldn't restart, and then it got parked, and it sat for 30 plus years is what was said. So it's been a long time since this thing has ran. So we will probably try to get it running fairly soon. The other sled on here is a Massey 440 Storm. These were actually built by Scorpion in the later sleds. These sleds were all built by Massey in Des Moines, but these were built by Scorpion, a former snowmobile manufacturer that's no longer in business. I don't know when Scorpion went out of business, honestly. But it's a 440 fan cooled 2-cylinder too. A little bit more going on here than that guy, but it looks like it's pretty complete. Looks like it's got a little bit of a pack rat nest situation going on. That's nothing new really. 2-stroke obviously. It does have a tack and a speedometer that goes 100 mile an hour. And it says it has 1,157 miles, and it is free, so you know. Got a primer here to pump it in your choke. I don't have keys for this, but we can probably sort that out somewhere along the way. Windshield's obviously not original. Got a Massey snow flap on the back there. Just also a really cool sled. I actually traded a John Deere 3020 hood for that, so works out pretty good for me. These are pretty cool little sleds. Hopefully we get some snow next winter. It's May 1st now, so there's no way in hell snowmobile season's happening anymore this year. Hopefully we get some snow, can make either of these two run next winter, hopefully. But we can also walk over here and talk about this. Dad came in with it out of Clay Center, Kansas this week. 54 Super MTA, only made in 54, I suppose. Looks like a really original tractor, farmhand loader on it. That's really pretty nice for an F11. Not beat, probably been on this tractor most of its life, so an M will not break down a F11, whereas like a 3020, 4020, yeah, they'll ruin an F11 loader. Front end grill's a little stoved in. Live power, obviously. Live hydraulics. Has Balin power steering on it, which is pretty slick. What else we got going here? One remote I see there. A nice little addition. What else are we looking at? Pretty good tractor. Tires are pretty poor, but are holding air. 2 sets of rear wheel weights on it. Battery box is rusted out, unfortunately. Oh, and the other interesting thing on this tractor is the intake and exhaust manifolds. Those are not factory. Those are aftermarket. I believe they're propane manifolds, maybe. Not entirely sure. I'm no expert on that sort of stuff, but they look cool. Kind of hopped up looking things. So I had to do some more research on that. But there's your serial number. It's a 1954 model. Nothing too wild. Just the fact that it's a Super MTA. They are always a desirable tractor in about any state. Because, well, TA. Honestly, these Super MTAs usually outsell 400s and 450s for some stupid reason. But not a bad tractor. Probably needs a little tuning on the carburetor. The loader will be coming off of it as soon as I have time, which will probably be after planting at this rate. But once I have time, loader will come off, and we'll service it, do a few other things, and then sell it. Looks like it needs a drawbar on it. That's not too hard to do. She's pretty good, original appearing tractor. Just, you know, fun to mess with. But we'll get them. Probably have to rob parts off this 1085 sometime to make that open station one a little nicer. But we have intentions of, after planting, doing quite a bit of work to that 1085 and make it a better appearing tractor. We're gonna try to polish it out and clear coat it and everything like that, and you know, I'll find a job for it. I got a nice little 12-foot mower it'd be pretty good on, or who knows what else. But I think that'll be it for this video. This one was in the weeds, literally, where it came from. But hopefully we can make it run sometime soon. Big thanks to Brian and his father-in-law Lee for getting in contact with me on these 1085s and the Massey snowmobiles. Hopefully have that little ski whiz out sometime next winter running. The 1085 will be an ongoing process. You guys have a good one. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you want to see next. We're always up for a new challenge. But you guys go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.